everybody. Today I'm alone, and most of the time I have other people with me. But today I'm going to talk about heavy metal toxicity. I always tell people about heavy metal toxicity because it's dear to me, and because actually that's why I got into this profession. And a lot of people they don't know my story, but my story was that my younger son Derek he got an autoimmune disorder because of the high content of mercury in his body. So where you get mercury from? I mean, basically vaccines, basically things from, the amalgams, the black fillings that you get, and also too, it can be from the light bulbs. Light bulbs, they also have that kind of stuff, but it's more than that, all right? So what I'm going to talk about is the heavy metals, right? And the main reason they're going to tell you heavy metals are serious problem, and a lot of people struggle with this. If you're struggling with a chronic disease, it will be a good idea that you take a look at it and you do something about it because it's not fun. Also, 4 years ago, I got diagnosed with asthma. And I always knew why I got asthma. One of the main reasons I got asthma was because I have heavy metal toxicity. And that's how my son ended up sick because he had heavy metal toxicity. It was mainly mercury. So if you read what mercury do to you, it can be upper respiratory problems and also autoimmune disorders. That's what my son had. And I have upper respiratory problems, all right? So, and the main reason they know that because I did a lot of research and a few years ago, I said, one day I'm going to do a test. And yes, I come back, I was mercury poisoning on my body. So, and that's what I get all these things. My son got something so serious that we have to go ahead and literally getting into chemotherapy for 8.5 years, and it's still sometimes it's still in the back of my mind because this is serious. Okay, now I know people, I know another doctor that he got into medicine, alternative medicine, because his wife too, she was having a lot of problems, but it was lead. So heavy metals can cause you serious health issues. All right. So what are the most common heavy metals that we're dealing with right now? So that's mercury, and the other one it is arsenic, lead, and also aluminum. All right. Where do you get this stuff? Well, aluminum, the stuff that we get in the kitchen, a lot of stuff, that's what mainly what you get. Aluminum also too, you have fibromyalgia, maybe aluminum is to be blamed, or you have some sort of pains, aluminum, it will be the one that you have to be considerate, all right? So, but also too, like I say, mercury, normally in medications, all right, like vaccines, like amalgams, like I was saying before, and I mean also too as the fish, the light bulbs and so on. I mean mainly vaccines, okay, and basically they are related with a lot of chronic diseases as well. What about lead? Lead normally is in what is called like paints and lipstick. Ladies, lipsticks are 80% of the lipsticks they have contain lead. So for whatever reason, everything that contains color, sometimes lead is present, all right? So now, uh, one of the things they're going to tell you something is that a lot of the times when lead triggers is when what is it called it? When you have a change. So it's more like it can tell you like it's lead, but most of the time people they have more than one problem, like for instance, probably they have lead and mercury. Also, that's why we have such a chronic problem, such a chronic conditions now. This is out of the hand right now with the new jab. The new jab. We're talking about one more thing that is never been into the picture. There's graphene oxide. So graphene oxide is also heavy metal, right? So you got the jab, most likely you're gonna have some side effects of that. I don't know how much they put in there and how much is gonna be the side effects. Now, a lot of times I used to talk about more of the other metals because graphene oxide is new to the picture, so we don't know what is going to be the side effects and what is the amount that is going to be required. Maybe in 10 years we have some research, and also too we can get some sort of detox programs as well. Right now, the detox programs, we don't know it's going to work for graphene oxide. All right. So I'm going to do the disclaimer as well. This is not an anti-vaccine or anti anything. This is nothing to do with it. This is something just for everybody to be aware of things that we get in the medical toxins too. All right. So those are the stuff that you get in more, but also we have cadmium. A lot of people that they are that they have cigarette butts and they throw it away, and sometimes you put your little plants. Sometimes that's cadmium. Boron. We have tons of stuff. A lot of the things they come in the water, the piping with the metals. So sometimes you get a lot of heavy metals. So basically, that's what I gonna tell you about heavy metals, but also too, another thing that we have in a factor on why heavy metals is so difficult to deal with, and sometimes it's so dangerous for your health actually, is because we have another consideration. There is glyphosate. Glyphosate comes in a lot of food. It's a pesticide that they use for food. Now I know that in Europe, the United States, and Mexico, they banned it, but we don't know what is the side effects long term. Now, glyphosate can bring a lot of serious chronic problems, including non-contact injuries that they are very common nowadays. Glyphosate can bring tons of things, including cancers as well. So read more in glyphosate, but combine it with heavy metals is like a time bomb in your body. You wonder why most people are age 40, they have at least one chronic condition. Well, actually, we're bombarded with toxins, all right? So like I say, it's important to eat organic. It's important to get a filter in your water, because basically those two things, they affect you directly. And it's important that you be aware what you put in your body. Also, too, like for instance, aluminum, they can come in the deodorant. So please make sure that you get a free aluminum deodorants, because it's important. Also too, they have parabens and stuff like that, so try to get them out of your picture. Now that you paying attention in what you put in your body, pay attention to everything, right? So take advantage of everything, right? So like I say, how you solve it, may get a good filter to remove heavy metals. Also to try to be aware of your environment, of the heavy metals and where the heavy metals are. And the third thing, just go ahead and try to be careful with food that contain glyphosate, or if you want to be safe, just get organic. All right, until next time, thank you very much. And this was a very short live, but I wanted to the people have something. And I know that people don't even think about heavy metals in the weekend, but I don't know why I wanted to do it. I wanted to do this. All right, next time, thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you can always send me the question. All right, have a nice one. Bye bye.